Ooh, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Earthbound Beginnings for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let's press start. Let's continue our file. As you can see, I did do what I said I was going to do, where I went back to LA and I fixed a lot of stuff in my inventory. Now I have all 8 of my PSI stones. I have a piece of bread that's going to be very useful later. Norman's inventory is still pretty empty, but that's fine, that's fine. We'll be able to find some stuff for it, probably. But in today's episode, we are going to head to the mountains. I just have to find where those mountains are. Sign. LA to the west. Mount Itoi to the east. Alright, so Mount Itoi is the mountain that Norman was talking about. So we're going to follow this path. We're going to get into a fight. Looks like we got 2 starmen and an ultra barbot. That's fine. I'm going to attack the starman like that. I will have Becky just... You know what, Becky? Just one-shot the Starman, to be completely honest. And then I think Norman can beat the Barbot like this. Oh, shoot. Alright. So Connor Prime didn't kill the... What's it called? The Starman. Hopefully it was defending. No, it wasn't defending. We just didn't do enough damage. I was getting a little presumptuous, to be completely honest. But I mean, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh my goodness, another motorcycle. That kind of sucks. I think we'll be fine, I think we'll be fine. You know what, let's actually do something like this. Just so I don't get harassed anymore. There we go. This should be a little better. This should be a little better. Hopefully. I'm gonna still follow the path. Got ourselves a Starman. Single Starman. Single Starman aren't too bad. Because most of the time we're just able to do this. To be completely honest. I'm gonna follow the river. Alright, we got some mooks. We'll have Connor Prime fight one of them. We'll have Becky PSI block this one. And then I have faith in Norman. I think Norman's gonna be able to one-shot. He's not going to be able to one-shot. What am I talking about? Now, if I were a smarter man, I would... Okay, well, Connor Prime is blinded. As I was saying, if I were a smarter man, I would have Becky... I would have Becky just guard nonstop, but... I mean, we did need the PSI block, to be honest. It wasn't too important, but I don't know. Why am I complaining? We won the fight. All right, seagulls. I can fight seagulls, no problem. I think I'm just gonna PK beam this one, and then Norman, you can fight Seagull C. We'll just do 1 attack for each person. Or not person, 1 attack for each seagull. 25 damage is not very good. I can revive Becky, don't worry, but it still isn't exactly the prettiest showing. If I do have to revive Becky. And I'd rather save my PP. So we're gonna do something like that. And then I think I'll just life up Gamma. Norman's going to level up. That's really good. Always nice seeing Norman do a bit more damage. Because as of right now, it seems like he's this close to just one-shotting everything. To be completely honest. Let's life up Gamma. Actually, we could probably just life up Beta, to be completely honest. Yeah, there we go. We didn't need a Gamma. I get being safe rather than sorry. Let's try something like this. Smash attack, perfect. And then now that Norman leveled up, can he one-shot the... Nope. Starman's gonna guard. Actually. So that was a bit of a non-starter. Starman's gonna guard again? That was a very cautious Starman. I'm not complaining, I guess. I guess it's better when they just guard non-stop. But I think we'll do the same thing again. Connor Prime's going to one-shot the Barbot. Norman is just going to one-shot. He's doing 107 without a smash attack. Oh my goodness. Norman is an absolute legend. We're going to cross this bridge, and then we're going to go into this house because it has a round door. What's going on, doctor? You ever get hurt? Come to my place. I have food, medicine, and a bed you could use. Okay, come on, children. What do you need? I guess we'll sleep for now. Refresh everything, our PP and all that. I guess I didn't need to be too conservative. But, I mean, it is nice just knowing I didn't technically need it. There we go, there we go. And then we also selected life ups, so now, as you can see... Oh, we got some life ups on... we got a life up on Norman. What if I just do that a bunch? I'll get like 4, maybe? There we go, because I still do want some open inventory spaces, just in case if I find something. Alright, so we got ourselves some buffaloes. That's fine, that's fine. You know, because they're buffaloes, I think I'm just going to PK beam, to be completely honest. Becky has 192 PP. We're fine. Buffaloes are a little high defense, actually. I was kind of overestimating our guys. Buffalo's going to get a smash attack. It's going to do 70? Ugh. Alright, we're going to do another PK beam. And then Connor Prime and Norman are just going to target the buffalo. The buffalo that we're not just one-shotting. With physical attacks. There we go, there we go. I love PK Beam. Oh my goodness. If I didn't have PK Beam, I would probably just be running away from everything. To be completely honest. It's such a lifesaver. We're going to be able to one-shot the spider. That's always good. The less spiders you have to deal with, the better. Anyway, I'm not seeing Mount Itoi yet. There's Mount Itoi, never mind. And there's a cave under Mount Itoi. Well, this is like the start of Mount Itoi, technically. So I do remember how to do this part, so I'm just gonna... I'm gonna make a beeline as best as I can. We gotta fight some blue starmen, though. Alright. That could be a little scary. I think we will just PK beam. Because a Starman is a Starman, right? Smash attack, alright, one shot. That's really good, that's really good. How much are you going to do, Norman? You're going to do 76. That's decent. It's not enough to one shot, but we did kill 2 of the blue Starman's friends. He's going to use PK Beam Gamma. Becky's going to reflect it. There we go. There we go. 1 turn team wipe. Perfect. Anyway, let's keep going up. And then we got to deal with some more blue starmen. PK Beam, where are you? And then Norman, fight blue starman A. Smash attack, that's pretty good. Well, it's not pretty good, but because that means Norman wasted his attack. I gotta say, I'm very proud of Connor Prime's crit rate today. I think down here, we're gonna take a few more steps. We're gonna fight some more blue starmen. A lot of blue starmen in this cave. Again, we're gonna do the same thing. And Connor Prime is gonna get another smash attack. Oh my goodness. That's fine by me. That is really fine by me. Oh my goodness. I've been saying oh my goodness a lot, but look at this, man. And Norman's at level 20 now. So Norman's just going to get better and better. Maximum HP increased by 13. That's pretty good. But down here is a gift box. And once you open that, you get a katana, which is like a sword, but a little better. So Norman's going to equip that, and then we could just throw out the sword, to be completely honest. We already have the katana, so, like, come on. Look at that. Look at that state right here. Look at that katana. Perfect. Singular blue starman. Because it's 1, we're not going to have Becky do any spells. There we go, 97, look at that. Gotta love the katana. Another single starman. There are a lot of encounters in this cave. Oh my goodness. That's what we got the repel ring for. But I'm trying to save that. And you'll see in a while why I'm saving it. So after we get the katana, we have to go back down here. And then we have to go into this area right here. We have to go up, and then we have to go into that cave. I wonder if Norman is able to just kill a blue starman in 1 hit with his new katana. Not quite. There's going to be a PK beam. That's going to be fine. 30 damage is okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Becky's going to take 16 because she was guarding. I guess we'll do the same thing, and then we should just wipe these 2 guys. Okay, blue starman A is guarding, so never mind. Never mind, but he is just delaying the inevitable. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Blue Starman A was beaten. We get 100 EXP apiece. We're going to go up. We're going to find another Starman. Somebody keep a running total of how much Blue Starman I've absolutely massacred in today's episode. Come to think of it, we fought a lot of starmen outside the cave as well. So, I don't know. I don't know. The Starman alien race is just, like, throwing themselves at me. And who am I to decline them? We're gonna go up here. And then, now that we're in this cave, we can go over like this. We're not going to go to the bottom. Ooh, here's a new enemy. This is a cerebrum. Cerebrums are kind of like mooks. where they only have PSI attacks. Cerebrum's going to try a PSI block. Hopefully it doesn't block Becky. It's going to try to block Norman. But Norman doesn't have any PSI anyway. We're going to miss the PSI block, which is fine, because we're just going to try that again. And then Norman's still going to just wail away at it. PK Thunder's a little scary. Come on, Norman. Come on, Becky. Please just block him. Alright, it's not looking like a block kind of day. Counter Prime was blocked, which is kind of a shame. Because that means now we can't run away. But the real question is, am I locked in here with him, or is he locked in here with me? PSI Magnet is not very good, to be completely honest. I'm kind of scared of a PSI Magnet. Cerebrum took a lot of time to kill, and it is a shame we didn't just PSI block him. Alright, let's try it again. Let's try it again. I can always just PSI beam him, right? Because he's not a robot. Cerebrum is shielding himself. So please, please, Becky, I need this. There we go, there we go, there we go. Now that we blocked him, I'm still going to have Connor Prime and Norman just wail on him, but now that we blocked him, we can just steal all his PSI. And then now we have no need to use our our PSI stone. Cerebrum's just going to do a bunch of nonsense. Becky's going to steal a bunch of his PP. And then she's just going to, like, heal everyone. Well, she could heal everyone, like, after I do a few more of these. We're still going to wail on him. I can try using the Shield Buster, which might be pretty good. We're going to miss a PSI Magnet, which is a little sad, but I mean, that's nothing a second PSI Magnet can't solve. Defense down doesn't matter. There we go, there we go. Can we get one more magnet off? No, we can't. Alright. You know what, Becky, just use the Shield Buster, and then we'll just finish wailing on him, basically. I don't know why these these brains in jars are so tricky. Alright, we're going to continue to wail on him, and we're going to continue to just try and steal more. Because, like, what else is Becky going to do? The answer's not really much. Why does he keep dodging? I know, like, it has legs. So it is, like, able to, like, shuffle around, probably. But there's no reason why it should be dodging this much. Okay, this is fine, this is fine. Is that gonna be the killing blow? Yes, it is. Alright. Anyway, like I was saying before, we gotta go up here. Hopefully it's not another Cerebrum. Because I just don't have the the bandwidth to deal with that right now. Is that like a thing people say? Or is that like a thing people used to say when, like, they were hipsters and, like, the internet was new? I'm not entirely sure. A lot of them are guarding. Or one of them is guarding. Blue Starman C is also guarding, which is fine by me. We're going to do this. We're going to guard with Becky, and then we're going to kill the second one with Norman. And now we're kind of chilling. And Blue Starman C just does nothing but guard. It just wants to waste time. It's just delaying everything. Oh my god, it's still guarding? What's going on here? Alright, let's life up with Becky. Life up beta Norman. Then we're gonna life up beta Becky. And then how is Connor Prime doing? We could probably afford a one life up beta right here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Take me up here. And then this is another area with a little goodie we can get. Or another, like, important goodie we can get. So we're just going to finish off this Blue Starman. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I don't know if I said this before, but sorry if this is a longer episode. There are so many enemies in here. Oh my god. I think I'm just going to 4th slip. To be completely honest. I am not willing to deal with any more Cerebrums. I was gonna say, if you blocked Connor Prime before he tried 4th slip, I was gonna lose my marbles. We're gonna take 2 more steps, we're gonna get into another fight. Blue Starman, nice and easy. We're gonna do this. Blue Starman A looks like it's guarding. It might not be, because I'm not sure what Connor Prime's damage range is on Blue Starman. Okay. Looks like Blue Starman has a bit more defense than his not blue counterpart. That I just was not accounting for. Becky's gonna level up, though. That is really nice. You love to see it. You know, at least all of these enemies just give you a lot of experience. Are we going to learn any new abilities? It doesn't look like it. But anyway, up here is another present with an Iron Skillet. And then that is a weapon that Becky can use. So I'm going to have Becky give the repel ring to Norman. And then I'm going to have Norman give the Iron Skillet to Becky. And then I'm just going to have Becky equip that real quick. This is like the first weapon I think we've ever given Becky in the playthrough. Because, like, really she doesn't need it, because she could just melt things. So after we get the Iron Skillet, we can go in here. Let's try our new weapon out. Maybe. Well, Connor Prime and Norman are just gonna absolutely wall up this guy, but if we get into a group of Starmen, and Becky's gonna learn a new PSI power, we're gonna have to check that out in the next battle, which we will definitely find right now, maybe? Nah, I'm just kidding. This is a weird looking room with a lot of narrow corridors, but we gotta go in here. And then this is another weapon. Hank's Bat. It's probably Hank Aaron, if I had to guess who this Hank was. You can give your great-grandfather's diary to Norman real quick. And then we're gonna have Becky give Hank's Bat to Connor Prime. And then we're gonna have him equip that. Hammerin Hank right there. And I guess we'll have to try it out right here. Against a trio of Blue Starmen. So I guess we could try our new big weapons, like one on each of them. 92 is pretty good. Smash attack with the katana against a thing that was guarding. Alright. Becky's gonna miss. Blue Starman B is gonna miss. Blue Starman C is guarding. PK Beam Gamma, please don't hit Norman. You hit Norman. That is not very nice. I guess we could do our own... Oh, now we have PK Fire Gamma. You know, I'm feeling crazy. Let's try it. It does look like it affects everyone. So let's see what that does. 103? And it just does that to everything? Oh, okay. Hold on. First order of business. We are going to super heal. Super heal Norman. Very important. We just gotta have everyone up here. And then I guess I could also use some of our PSI stones with Becky. I'm gonna do that again. Keep squeezing that power stone. Can't get blood from a stone, but you can get a lot of PSI. That is not the goods menu. That is not the right guy. Or I guess girl, technically. Because we're trying to get Becky to recover her PP. There we go. Back in the hundreds. Back in the hundreds, we're chilling. Hopefully, we won't have to deal with some more PK Beam shenanigans. And again, I want to see... Okay, Blue Starman A is going to be guarding... Okay, Becky's doing 5 damage instead of 1, so maybe the skillet isn't that good. I mean, it's still nice to have. You know what? I wonder if PK Beam or PK Thunder does more damage. Or PK Beam or PK Fire. And by does more damage, of course, I mean costs more PP. I'm assuming PK Fire Gamma costs more because it affects everyone. But PK Beam does it a lot more, like, effect-wise. I don't know. This is weird. It's kind of tricky. Hard to think about. Norman's going to level up, though. That is easy to think about. Okay. There we go. Keep it going, keep it going. What are we looking at in the HP department? Not much. Not much of anything, actually. So we're going to go back over here. And then we should be getting pretty close to the exit. Single Starman, nice and easy. 158 with a smash attack. Oh my god. We are chilling. Like it's nobody's business. I think I'm just going to try to run away with Becky, actually. Or, actually, you know what? I'm just going to do PK Fire, to be completely honest. I'm 100% fine with just doing this. PK Beam Beta is a little scary because it doesn't get reflected. We might have to... Oh, and that actually didn't kill. And there's the PK Beam Gamma. And you hit Norman again. Okay, you're probably on death's door, so we could probably just use a PK Beam Beta. We're gonna do this. And then hopefully this is enough to just finish everyone off. Yes, it is. Okay, super healing. Right here. And then, you know what? We could use one of our... Oh, wait. Let's throw away the boomerang. We don't need the boomerang anymore. Threw away the boomerang, but it's probably going to come back. Let's use one of our life up creams on Becky, actually. There we go, there we go. That's essentially just a PK healing gamma. Or a PK life up gamma. Except it's like an item, you know? Becky, you can just guard. I have to probably PSI stone it a little. I should probably just be targeting one blue Starman. I keep overestimating my guys, like, way too much. And there's the shield. You know what? Just PK beam blue Starman A, to be completely honest. And then... there we go. We'll do it like this. And I keep forgetting. At least we outspeed all these guys. So even if I do make some mistakes like that, it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. What's over here? I don't want to talk to the chest. I want to open it. PSI stone, alright. Can always use more of those. One blue Starman, so this should just be nice and easy. There we go, there we go. I think blue Starman has, like, exactly 100 health. Connor Prime's gonna level up. He's at level 37. Which is actually pretty good. Very high, you know? 12 maximum HP increase. Really nice. Go through here. And we are out of the caves. Now we are on, like... I think this is, like, officially called the Plateau. So we have to be very careful against the enemies here, because they are very strong. Like this Megaborg, for example. Megaborg, we can do something like this. And see, we did 69 plus 83, and that's still not enough to kill. So we're just using PK Freeze Gamma, because he is a robot, so he's not susceptible to, what's it called? To, like, the really good one-shot. But still nice just having the ability to one-shot, you know? I'm gonna have Becky do a bunch of this. Should probably recover a bunch for PP. Alright. I want to get back to 100 at least. Just in case. We'll do like one more. And then we should probably use that repel ring right now. There we go. We're past 100. I'm going to have Norman use his repel ring. And then I'm going to have Becky do PSI life up. Or I'll have Becky do life up beta on herself. There we go. And then Connor Prime is going to just run away from any of the really, really scary ones. So now that we're on the plateau, we can pretty much just rely on just climbing, basically. Rock Isle. These guys look so cool. To be completely honest, I love how these guys look. They're probably my favorite enemies in the game. Is that going to be enough? That is going to be enough, alright. PK Freeze Gamma is very scary. Norman's going to be at 3 health. Like, exactly 3 health. We're going to be able to one-shot, which is perfectly fine by me. And then this is looking like a PK... what's it called? PK Life Up Gamma. Because if you think about it, Life Up is just like the reverse of... of Freeze. 3 Rock Isles, on the other hand, I do not want to deal with. Because I do not want to deal with a lot of PK Freezes. PK Freeze Gammas, that is. Is it PK freezes gamma, or is it PK freeze gammas? That I'm not sure of. Let's continue down the path. This is a regular gargoyle, so I guess we could fight him just because we haven't seen him before. We're going to do basically the same exact thing. Because, like, they're not robots, but they are still kind of artificial, I guess, because, like, they're gargoyles. That's actually not enough to kill. Okay, PK Fire is fine. PK Fire is fine. Ugh, PK Fire Gamma is not fine. 61? Ugh, gross. Alright. Remind me to not do this ever again. So it looks like Rockoil is ice, Gargoyle is fire. And Gargoyle also has slightly more health. So it looks like Gargoyle is just straight up a little better. I'm just gonna do this to everyone. Becky is an absolute MVP. We love Becky in this house. I used the wrong move. There we go. One more guy, Becky. There we go. Connor Prime is all recovered. And we can continue down the path. I have to say, this repel ring was not not a lot of help. Titanian. Titanian, I think I'm just going to try to run away from, to be completely honest. There we go. We're going to take one step, and then we're going to get into another fight. Gargoyles again. I like my chances against a gargoyle, to be completely honest. We're going to do the same thing we did before. And again, we are just slightly off. Maybe I should just, like, try running away from these things. Gargoyle B is going to miss, though. That is really nice. We're going to kill that gargoyle with a PK beam. And then Connor Prime is going to get a smash attack and finish off the first one. Perfectly fine by me. I should probably just be running away, to be completely honest. 4th slipping. Alright. We have another house we can enter. With a phone, so we can call. I'm going to put the bread out real quick. Because that is going to be very, very good. Because I remember this from from when I first played. This is just going to make my life a whole lot easier. How happy I am that you came to see me. I know what you'd like me to do here. And as you can see, everyone is all healed up. And you know what? I guess we could do this. Wait, hold on. Okay, Becky has the crumbs. Perfect. We're going to go into the back room. Norman's going to be talking to us. I'm sure you two would like to be alone. I'll make a few phone calls and wait out here. Okay, so we're in the back room of the healer's house. We can talk to Becky. She's standing near the front. Connor Prime, please stay with me. You know what? Sure, you were an absolute blessing to have in the trip through Mount Itoi's caves and Plateau against all those gargoyles. Silence Falls. Would you like to dance? I could go for some dancing. So now we could just watch another little performance. I don't really have too much to commentate over in this particular scenario. So we're just going to be watching it mostly. Kind of like what I said at the live house. Though I will say we did pass the 40-minute mark, so probably after this we will be finishing up. Oh, now the dance is really getting serious. A little run around in circles move. Well, thanks for the dance, Becky. Connor Prime, do you love me? You know what, sure. I did say just now we love Becky in this house. Oh, Connor Prime, I've loved you for such a long time. It would feel weird to flip-flop on that. I've loved you since I saw you in my dream. Norman's coming back in. Why are you two blushing? Well, there was just a little confession that happened that we got to witness, but Norman did not. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Sorry to bother you two. But did you hear those loud noises? Those noises coming from outside. Not in here, silly. And it is another giant robot, but now we do not have a tank. Are we able to PK freeze Gamma, the robot? This is just morbid curiosity on my part. Alright. Connor Prime is dead. 500 damage. We are not coming back from that. Oh, wait a minute. He's immune to that. Never mind. Oh, shoot. We're screwed, man. Oh, God. And Becky's down. Come on, it's just up to Norman. It's just up to Norman. Come on, Norman. You got this. You did 1 damage. Alright. You did take the least amount of damage, though, so that is respectable. Norman was hurt and beaten. Zap. It's a tank. And look, it's Steve. Oh, shoot, I missed. Steve, did you shoot us? You gotta get your eyes checked, man. I know you wear glasses, but, like, get a thicker prescription. If you shot us, man. Come on. We are back out here. Let's talk to the doctor, see how Norman's doing. Doctor's not saying much. That's not a good sign. Brute strength is not enough to beat him. I know now that peace can be brought back to us. I believe. Hey, Steve. Now's the time you must fight for yourself. Now it is the weakling's turn. You stay here and wait. Alright, Steve, welcome back to the gang. You were the first guy that joined me, so it is only fitting that you come back. We're in the house, like, right outside of Mount Itoi's caves. So I'm gonna get some more life up cream, actually. I'm just gonna max out on that, basically. Give me all the life up cream you can carry, man. How we doing for health? We are doing very well for health and PP. We are at full. Alright, it looks like we are maxed out. So we're gonna go out. And then this is why we got the bread. We are gonna take the crumbs. We're gonna use the crumbs. And we are back in the healer's house. And we didn't have to go through the caves and the plateau again. Which would probably be a lot harder now that we don't have Norman. So let's just talk to our father. This is your dad. Transferred $5,012 into your account. Those gargoyles were loaded. After the amount you spent, balance is $57,354. Spend your money wisely. Well, the next level requires $3,234 for Connor Prime, $1,143 for Becky, and $2,308 for Steve. By the way, you want to save? Yes, I do. Okay, but I was thinking of going to sleep now. I've saved your progress so far. Good night. Let's continue. But we Just like your mom, you never want to stop. Please don't push yourself so hard. Slam. But we are going to see you guys on the next adventure.